YouTube, we're live. And by we, I mean Russell Talk Media, Facebook, link in the description, blah, 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 blah. I was going to do this with T-Sean. Unfortunately, I had some other things and it got late and blah, 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 blah. Just now I got finished watching. Yes, Cat. Your food was right there. Right. Yeah. Right. Hmm. Anyway. Well, oh yeah, I got another cat, but he hasn't come up. So, anyway, Impact Wrestling, way better than last week. Last week was okay. Not saying that this week was better in terms of excitement, but it was a more cohesive television program. Um, Starts out. Oh yeah, and by the way, the title with the JD stuff, I'll get to that last. Got a little cut on my fucking tongue. I don't know where the fuck that shit came from. Maybe all the coffee I've been drinking hot. Let me see. Well, before I even get started, let me see. I want to leave my other cat outside. Yeah. Act like he didn't want to come in, but whatever. Anyway. All right. So it starts off. First match is a four-way X Division match. Matt Sydal, Andrew Everett versus I forgot the other guys. Desmond Xavier versus Caleb Conley. Four guys, individual styles. Obviously, we know what Matt Sydal can do. Andrew Everett, the premier high flyer in the division. Then you have Desmond Xavier, a guy who reminds me, I hate to say it, he reminds me a lot of Ricochet. I get that Ricochet. I wasn't going to say AJ Styles, but I started watching a little bit more of his matches, and he gives off that Ricochet vibe. Then you have Caleb Conley, who is a very much like he's in the essence of that strong style, but he throws in a little bit of acrobatics, and he hasn't been to Japan or anything like that. It's kind of a weird mismatch of his style because he does the hard hits with the pimp slap and uh, the kicks and everything like that. I'm sorry, it's very difficult with it's fucking cut on my tongue. I'm trying to talk and everything like that. I just keep fucking hitting it. Anyway, the match ends with Matt. Oh, it ends with fuck, Andrew Everett hitting the Franken driver on Desmond Xavier. Pretty good, fast-paced match. By the way, I'm doing this new style where I've already watched the match and everything like that, but I'm going back, and because I don't write notes, I'm just freehanding it, whatever. So you had a clip where EC3 was talking about bringing in the Cowboy, or whatever, because James Storm wasn't there. Then you had a segment where KM, and they've been doing these segments a lot, where KM is bullying or doing the best Ryback gimmick ever. So he does something. This time he does it to a pizza guy. Guy's delivering pizza. He says, "Hey, you got my pizza?" Guy asks, "Is your name Billy?" Yeah. Takes the pizza, doesn't pay for it, and the guy, they have the biggest stage where you say your name Billy, no I didn't. You order pizza, no I didn't. Blah 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 blah. Are you calling me a liar? Hey, stupid! Get the hell out of my. It's. I want to say it's annoying, but at least it's giving KM some type of character. A little bit. I still have a hard time grasping what his character is. I understand he's a douchebag, but what kind of douchebag? Like a thievery douchebag, a lying douchebag, a book. It's a good step, but I think we need a little bit more from KM. Mm. All right. So after that, KM stuff, KM stuff. Oh yeah, you have the Cowboy EC3. He comes out dressed in this, as you can see, over the top cowboy gimmick. He tells the women that he rode in on his horse Sebastian and that his butt is ready for riding or something like that or whatever. So he sings a song to James Storm, calling him a coward, saying that he busted a beer bottle in his face and his eyes and everything like that. Obviously, it brings out James Storm. James Storm comes from behind, attacks EC3. They have a little scuffle, and EC3 gets the better of him with his cowboy boots. He starts beating up James Storm with the cowboy boots, and eventually he handcuffs him to the ropes. And this is where things get a little violent, a little sadistic, where EC3 basically turns James Storm into Kuta Kinte Storm. I mean, he lashes James Storm 25 times on the back with a leather belt. Just the crash. Straight back to back. Hard hitting. No K fight fade in those. Well, I'm saying it right. Is there okay? No, he wasn't faking those hits. They were legitimate lashes to the back, and the utmost respect to James Storm for taking those lashes, and also the ring crew guy who EC3 tripped upon, and he gave him, I think he gave him like 5 lashes, and he had to. I mean, even though EC3 kind of wasn't looking where he was going, and he tripped over the guy who was just standing in the place doing his job. To keep in context with his character, he had to give the guy some lashes. If he would just got up, after tripping over the guy and just like, oh, whatever, it kind of would have broke the intensity, not the, it would broke the molding of his heelish character. So he had to give the guy the lashes. So he does that to James Storm, and James Storm's back looked like it looked like healthcare after Donald Trump may or may not get done with it. Anyway, that was a pretty good segment. Moving on, the Cowboy EC3. Cowboy EC3, Cowboy EC3. Oh, next you have the tag team match between Garza Jr., Laredo Kid, versus Ibris Alba, and I forgot the other guy's name. Garza Jr., I like his personality. He's sort of like doing this whole Rico Suave type of thing. He even has the female fans, some of them kissing him on the cheek, but I thought that the fans, the people in Impact, didn't know who the characters were. Not saying you guys were lying, but you're not truth tellers when I can see the stuff happening. They don't know who that guy is, but they just gave him a kiss on the cheek. Anyway, Laredo Kid and Garza Jr. end up winning. Laredo Kid hits a 450 splash to one of the other guys, and not saying the other team was a jobber team because they were far from that. They had a lot of good maneuvers and everything like that. But obviously, it was here to put over Garza and Laredo, and obviously Garza is the more charismatic of the two. The thing when he takes off the pants or whatever, crowd goes fucking wild for that shit. And also, he has the mask also. Apparently, people are gonna gravitate to him. He's doing, like I said, the Rico Suave thing. But yeah, Garza, Laredo get the win. Pretty solid match for what it was. And you have moving right along. They cut a promo talking about how they're the best team here. They want to get the championship belt. Blah blah blah. They were built for this. They're Mexican Warriors. Okay. Then you have Ava's story versus Laurel Van Ness, and this was it had a lot of, not to be ironic, but broken pieces in it. So Ava's story 2 weeks ago, she came out and she was a heel against Christina Von Airy. Now 2 weeks later, she's a face going up against Laura Van Ness. Really loving Laura Van Ness. You can see she's gone from insane, drunk, bridezilla type of thing to now regaining some of her sanity, going back to the wrestling moves, getting a clear view of who she was. There's a couple of wrestling moves in here. Bulldog, clothesline. Most of it was just, wow, it is really pouring down now. Hopefully it doesn't thunderstorm and like knock me off. That would be fucked up. But anyway, she ends up winning this, man. Abel's story. Like, I don't know about her yet, and I'm not gonna say job or anything like that because it's obvious they haven't really invested into her character. You know, hell, she could like go away for a while and come back. She's obviously right now enhancement talent for the other women in the division. She ends up losing this match in record time, not record time, but in short time to Laura Van Ness with the curve stump. Also, here's another small detail of the Laura Van Ness character, and you know, characters overall impact. She has the dirt on her feet. You know, I don't know how they're doing it. Maybe she's walking around in dirt before she gets in the ring, but you know, obviously these are taped episodes, and they're putting that illusion that Laura Ness has been walking around in this fucking dress and makeup for months now. So the dirt on the feet, that was a really nice touch. But Laura, like I said, Laura Ness wins with a devastating curve stomp to the small of the back with the bare feet, and you know, she's celebrating, and then she started attacking Ava's story after that. And Earl Hebner, he's trying to get her off of her, finally gets her off of her, and that enrages Congo Kong. And Pope, he says something, nobody touches Laura Van Ness while Congo Kong is around. And Congo Kong, he's always around. So, no boyfriend type stuff here. It's obviously, like I said last week, he's the bodyguard, he's the heavy, and that's an interesting dynamic. You know, usually you have like a woman managing the monster or looking out for the monster's best interest, or you know, getting some type of title gain or whatever. This is a thing where yes, Laura right now she's blindly leading this monster, Congo Kong, without any logic right now. Any logic, she just basically sending this man out to do her bidding for no reason. Like there's no method to the madness yet, and it's very good. It's a very good storyline. I have to say though, Sienna and KM are the ones that gave Congo Kong to Laurel, and they've kind of backed away from that storyline. I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, a KM Congo tag team, possibly, but I guess they're going to try to get KM over by himself, obviously, with these vignettes they've been doing. So, moving right along. Abel story. Losing. Okay, you got the Spud thing. They did this last week where Spud is going through, you know, why he got a tag. He's playing the victim role. I guess it's going to be the Spud comeback story or whatever against Hornswoggle at Slammiversary. No, Spud. The only gripe people have against Spud is he's short. But they love, I'm not going to say it, they love the cruiserweights. And Spud, I don't know how much Spud weighs. Let's check that out, you know. Cause that's Spud's only gripe. People's only gripe against Spud. Rockstar Spud. Okay, how much did this guy weigh? 140 pounds. Wow. He is a junior cruiserweight. Wow. Anyway, wow, that is tinily small. I thought he at least weighed like 180 with the muscle, but I guess not. So yeah, they had that thing. I guess, like I said, they're building up to Hornswoggle versus Spud. Okay. Then you had the LAX funeral of Decay, and this was a good thing, a good detail where they had Rosemary in the rafters looking down on everybody with the death paint face mask type of thing. Conan, he's like really serious in the beginning. He's like, we gotta do something for our fallen comrades or whatever. Then all of a sudden he just busts out. Nah, let's show our disrespect. Throw their ashes on the ground, start crip walking that shit, smoke a blunt, blah 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 blah. And he's like, Impact, they tried to get the belts from us because them good old boys don't like us with the belts. So they sent their best tag team, Decay, to fight us. You got one clown in a coma, and the other guy eating through a feeding tube abyss, which it you'll see when Abyss comes back. The violence was so bad he's altering his gimmick and that leaves Rosemary in a interesting position. She is Decay. If you haven't gotten that by now, she's the Hive. She's the sister Abigail, in a sense, to Decay. She's the alpha and omega of Decay. She can make Decay. She can end Decay. How are they going to do this? Abyss, he's going to make a turn that we're going to see in a little bit. Are they going to bring Abyss back? Is she going to make him back to the monster? Or is she going to call upon new recruits for the Hive of Decay? So, Conan, he's talking his rhetoric, talking about it's never going to end. They're going to get the GFW titles, which is the GFW tag team titles. Let me talk about that later. Let me talk about that after I talk about what happened. So he's talking that rhetoric, talking about how it's never going to stop. It's about Latino pride, Latino nation. Gets real intense. And then there's a guy in the audience that's waving the American flag. Conan gets upset and says, "Don't wave that flag. That flag is as useful to me as toilet paper." The guy still keeps waving it. Conan pie faces the guy. Out come the veterans of war. I had a feeling they were going to get to this feud, but I didn't know it was going to be this soon. I thought maybe they would go with Reno Scum, but I guess because of Adam Thronstow's injury, they kind of had to move this along, and I guess they're going to start a feud with the Veterans of War. Veterans of War cleared the ring, and they hit this new finisher. Hopefully it's their new finisher because that reverse magic killer was complete trash. And almost like it would have killed the guy, because they didn't do it correctly. And this new thing where it's like the big guy that's not Crimson does like a fireman's carry, but then he flips the guy over in a reverse F5, and Mayweather, aka Crimson or FKA Crimson, hits him with a cutter. Yes, I like that finisher a lot better than that horrible trash reverse magic killer they had last week or whenever they had it. So the GFW Tag Team Title Tournament. Why? Me and Tishawn were talking, and he was saying he hated this show because it was too much focus on the GFW people, and I can completely see that. The GFW people have taken over, but it is what it is. Jeff Jarrett's back in the company. This is what the IWC wanted. You wanted Jeff Jarrett back, and you thought he wasn't going to bring in his GFW. You thought he wasn't going to put over his GFW people. Really, you thought that. And to me, I kind of have no problem if it was done correctly. If okay, GFW getting absolved into TNA. Hey, you don't have to announce that these are GFW guys, because if you're absolving to our company, you're TNA guys now. Hit this water again. And that brings us to the belt. So the GFW belt, the heavyweight belt, obviously we see where that storyline is going. The GFW champion, he's going to face Lashley at Slammiversary, and the belt is going to get, united. It's going to be a new belt, hopefully. But you're having a GFW tag team tournament for what? T-Shawn said it's perfect. GFW has no lineage, no history, no prestige in their belts. So why are you having a tag team tournament for their belts to hopefully unite the belts? So you have to turn on TV, and then you're gonna have the GFW tag team champions, whoever they turn out to be, versus LAX or Veterans of War, or like a 3-way. For what? And then you have Sienna, who's the women's champion of GFW. If she's on the face, you can have two heels versus. I mean, it could work, but the GFW women's title has no credibility visibly that we've seen on a national stage. And then you have the next gen title, which is, I mean, who's holding that shit? Like Cody, he hasn't been on TNA for like at least a month and a half now. So who would he be going after? Like Moose, like uniting the next gen and the grand title, or would it be the S division? And I mean, Cody versus Low Key, that sounds cool, but then you also have other storylines in the pipeline. You have the Andrew Everett, you have the Sanjay Dutt, you have who else is there? Sanjay Dutt. What's the other guy? I got Andrew, and you have Trevor Lee. Speaking of which, there was a segment where Judge Mantell was talking. He said next week is going to be Low Key versus Trevor Lee versus Andrew Everett, Ultimate X match, which is unique in the sense because where's Trevor Lee's singles rematch? Like that seems kind of unfair, but something tells me the match is going to be pretty good anyway. It's just this GFW stuff. I don't mind it, but some of the stuff seemed really stupid. Like there should be no GFW tag team title tournament. Oh yeah, and also LAX said they're going. Like I said, they're going for the belts, so they can have 2 championship belts instead of having Homicide go for the S division, which would make a lot more sense. But anyway, I guess you got to put over the GFW, and you have all right. Yeah, we got to talk about the funeral, Veterans of War. Oh yeah, another small detail. You have Marshe Rocket versus Moose. Long time. I hate to bring it up. I really do, but it goes with this. So long time ago, I guess a year or 2 ago, I said something to Smart Buzz, and this isn't about Smart Buzz, but goes into the story. I said something to them about they were reviewing TNA. They were like, "Awesome Kong, where is she from? Where is she from? Where is she from?" I was like, these guys are just trolling, but they're kind of stupid. So I don't know what they're trying to pull, because if you have ears, you hear that Awesome Kong is from Japan. Granted, I'm saying Awesome Kong, the character. Obviously, if you have the internet, you have Google, you can type in Awesome Kong, see the real name, Kia Steve, born in California, blah, blah, but she's playing the character. Awesome Kong. Awesome Kong has always been built from Japan. What's it have to do with tonight's Impact? Moose. They were announcing him, hey, he's from Atlanta, blah, 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 blah. Now, from Moose Land, Moose. Obviously, there's no such thing as Moose Land. There's no such thing as Moose Land. But what does it do? It builds into his character. It's a nice touch. It gets the fans involved. Moose, Moose, Moose. It's adding something. Hey, this is different. He's from Moose Land. Speaking of different, Marshe Rocket. He's a glorified job, but I like his character. And that's the thing. Everybody I've mentioned so far on TNA, they have their own unique character. Marshe Rocket is a loud talking black stereotype, but he's also a athletic, very tall individual. So it's a contrast in his styles, but it also makes him stand out. Moose is just a fucking beast. He's a power guy that can do X Division shit, but he also wrestles a kind of Japanese type of style in a way. Then you have Moose wins the match in the second round with, I guess they changed his finisher. It was the go to hell with a double choke slam off the second rope. They changed the go to hell to a sit out choke slam, which I don't mind that much. I mean, it's basically the same thing except for he's using his own height and one arm, so it's not that bad. After the match, Tyrus comes out, which leads to a Eli Drake attack from behind. So Eli Drake attacks a Moose with the help of Tyrus. Out comes Chris Adonis, who also attacks Moose with a full Nelson lock from behind. Eli Drake comes back into the ring with a chair, and Chris Adonis is like, whoa. Let's go the hole. Eli Drake hits Moose with a chair. He's like, you like that? And they're looking at each other with like really great grins on their faces. They're like, yeah, I do like that. Yeah, well, that's plenty more where that coming from. Well, that's plenty more where that came from. Yeah. Moose has now contenders, legit contenders and storyline. Eli Drake, who lost the belt that was formerly the Grand Championship, the King of the Mountain title that changed into the King of the Mountain. And also you have, I really haven't explained the story too well, but I guess it happened outside of Impact somewhere else. Chris Adonis trying to get revenge for Moose injuring his shoulder. Moving on. Blah, blah, blah. I already talked about that. Definitely tell stuff. Oh, you have Alicia Edwards versus Angelina Love Richards. This match was, well, it wasn't even a match. There were hardly any wrestling moves besides Angelina Love hitting a double arm hold stomp Alicia. The match ends in a disqualification after Alicia Edwards kicks the rope into Dave Richards' nuts, and she's blindsided from behind with Angelina Love hit her in the back of the head with a steel chain. He's hitting her. Angelina Love is hitting Alicia in the back with the steel chain. The ref can't get her off. In comes Eddie on one good knee because he had surgery, and the thing that happened I think it was last week, where Davey hit his leg over the guardrail with a steel chair, so that injured Eddie. So Eddie gets in the ring to stop Angelina Love from hitting his wife. Takes a chain, takes a couple slaps, finally catches Angelina's arm. In comes Dave Richards with a crutch that Eddie was using to the back of Eddie's injured knee. He starts beating him up with the crutch, and he has Angelina Love hold Davey's injured leg out and says, "Why won't you stay down?" Whacks across the top of his knee, and he's visibly angered or whatever by having to do this. Angelina Love tries to soothe him, and he like pushes her hand away. He's like, "Why do you make me do this? Why? Why won't you stay down?" So that's an interesting niche in the not niche, but is an interesting. I can't think of the word. It's an interesting characteristic of his new heel. It shows that he still has love in a way for Eddie, but he also sees him as the person that's standing in his way, if that makes any sense. So I don't know whether it's going to Slammiversary. Are you going to have all four of them in a match, or is it just going to be this final blood brawl between Eddie and Davey? I would just really personally, I would like to see just the guys involved, the women banned from ringside, and it's got to be some kind of match to where the feud ends. The feud has to end at Slammiversary. No more after that. But anyway, moving on after that. Yeah, the Pope talking. Oh yeah. You had it showed the recap of Magnus versus Matt Morgan, and then you had an interviewer backstage asking Magnus what happened out there. You kind of cheated. Magnus was like, "No, I didn't. That was being crafty." Have you ever been in the ring with a 7-foot tall giant? Have you? Well, if you were, you would do the same thing I did, because your life, your health, everything is on the line, and plus you would have your golden ticket on the line. So I did what anybody would do in that situation. Crafty Magnus. Then you have the main event, Alberto El Patron versus Magnus. This was obviously the match of the night. It ends up with Alberto El Patron enduring a lot of punishment from Magnus on his knee, and that's also with El Patron doing extensive damage on Magnus's arm. Obviously Alberto, his main thing is injuring the arm to get into the cross arm bar, and he wins with the cross arm bar. Magnus tries to go for this. I think it was his old finisher. I think it's old fin. Oh yeah, it was the sit out Michinuki driver from the show. Yeah, that was probably going for. So he tries to go for that. Alberto Epatron counters that into the cross arm breaker. New GFW champion. So you now have it set up for now. Things could change. You have it to where Alberto Epatron will be facing Lashley at Slammiversary in a hope to unite the belts. So all in all, a pretty good show, and a little bit better than, like I said, last week. I want to say you got to give these guys time, because they really haven't got, like, a lot of new people have come in here, and you got to let them get their characters over just a little bit. We haven't hit even the 3-month mark of Anthem taking over? I'm just wondering that, because it seems like people are already shitting on the company after a rebuild. But I understand some of the stuff that, like I said, the GOW stuff is absolutely atrocious. Hopefully they can get that stuff worked out. So let's get into the second topic. I've got the review out of the way. The second title, JD is a lying WWE defender, or however I worded it. So we all know about the broken universe thing, the battle between TNA WWE, Matt Hardy, the Hardys. Look, if you're on the side of the WWE, how would I say this? I want to say the Hardys on this, or WWE really hasn't even gotten involved in this. Really, they're just letting it play out. If you're on the side or the thinking of, wow, Anthem is this really evil company because they haven't let the Hardys use the broken phone call. Hello? I'm just what's up? No, I'm just doing a live show. That's all. Live thing, whatever. That's all. All right. What? All right. Let's see in a little bit. All right. So if you're on the side of Impact, this really horrible company, they won't let them use the broken moniker. The first thing I have to ask you is, why are you so fucking stupid? I mean, WWE, they've done this for years upon years. Hell, they're famous for doing this shit. And I know what you're thinking. Well, like, credit more of this stuff. It's not. No, a lot of superstars in WWE from the past and now create their own identities and gimmicks they get over, and you think WWE is going to allow them to use their gimmick or name somewhere else. Take, for example, Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan got himself over, had to do a name change or whatever. You think, if you think for 1 second that if Daniel Bryan decided, hey, I want to get up and wrestle again, I want to go to another company, you guys won't, but somebody else will, you think they're going to let him use fucking Daniel Bryan or the yes, yes, yes chance anywhere else on t-shirts or merchandise? You got to be out of your fucking mind. But again, that's the IWC, YWC mentality. Anything TNA does, and they're also another thing. They're also trying to lump Anthem and the old Impact together. Do not even try to do that. Under this Carter, the Hardys were allowed a lot of freedom to do this stuff. Under Anthem, which people wanted, oh, I want this Carter gone. I want Anthem. I want them there. You got them there, and they're running it like a business, like they should. Matt Hardy did the broken gimmick under Impact. It's their own thing. He didn't copyright it. It was a rush to copyright it after they left. You can't do that. It's not gonna work. No. So, Anthem, hey, you guys left. You don't like our contract? Well, you're not gonna be able to use it in WWE. No, it will be fucking ridiculous to allow them to use that. For what? Oh, you're hurting the fans. What fans? You're hurting the fans that don't watch Impact in the beginning and only watch WWE, but they claim they don't, but they also what? That is so fucking stupid. And we all know what this is about. Matt Hardy, and I respect the hell out of Matt Hardy. I'm one of the only Matt Hardy supporters here. Well, real supporters. I was supporting him through ROH and TNA, his World Championship run, and everything like that. Now he's in WWE, where, oh my God, you're in WWE. Praise. I'm not going to question anything you do. Anything you do, I just follow blindly along to it. Matt Hardy stands to gain a lot. I mean, a lot of money if he gets the broken universe, broken merchandise, broken anything into WWE. And look, he's not selling the broken shirts He may be selling the broken shirts on his website, but I think they might have said, you know, WWE has the merchandise stuff. Hey, you can't sell your own independent merchandise. You have to sell ours. That's probably in their contracts, from what I'm guessing. So his sales upon T-shirts on his website are vastly diminished. And you got to think about it. They've only put out one Hardy T-shirt in WWE, and it's a split with his brother. Think about the money he could possibly make if he had his own broken T-shirt, or just broken T-shirts in general. The money that the Hardys could make in general in WWE. So it's not about the fan. You're hurting the fans. How? Because TNA is hurting the fans. The fans that they won't watch their show anyway. It makes no sense. But I'm gonna hear it straight from JD. I'm not gonna get into the stuff where he already talked about, impact and blah blah and the law. I've covered that, but I'm just gonna go into the last detail of it. Let me just
But they did in a position and make this industry. Okay, without the fans.
Too far back.
And then Impact wants to follow suit, saying that they patented it. This is gonna get shitty. But really, Ed Nordholm, Impact, Anthem, they don't give a shit about the fans at all.
Another, like I said, it's a stupid statement. For you to say that they don't care about the fans, they don't care. You saying they don't care about the fans, but it was a copyrighted character on their show. Like I said, Matt Hardy created the character. Okay, same thing with WWE. If they had, let's just say, a character, or Braun Strowman created his own character or whatever, he's not going to be allowed to do that character anywhere else. Why in the fuck would you even think that TNA you want TNA to not follow, you want TNA to not follow the rules that WWE has already set in place. It will be basically like them throwing a softball in the World Series. They will be giving them money, possibly increasing their view. Why would they help the company that's trying to hurt them? Yes, yeah. Oh, you need a hammer to bash me over the head? Here you go, sir. And then you're talking about is hurting, or Matt Hardy tweeted out, it's hurting the fan. Matt Hardy now, it's about the money. He's like I said, he's losing a lot of money by not having a broken gimmick. And you're saying do you know how stupid you sound by saying that? So if broken Matt Hardy was in WWE today, how in the fuck would that help TNA? How it helps the fans of TNA, of WWE, but where would they help TNA? Just tell me. Oh, because they gave them the broken gimmick. Biased fans of the past would tune into Impact. No, fuck out of here. It's so stupid of you to say that.
They don't. I don't understand how they think they are running a good business. Nobody will ever want to go to Impact. I know if I'm a wrestler, or if I am in a position.
Another hilariously stupid statement. You think if you're a professional wrestler on the indies, look, I'm also gonna say this. Not everybody can work for WWE. Stop. Get that stupid shit out of your fucking head. No, every wrestler, there are probably millions upon millions of wrestlers in different countries all around the globe. All of them can't work for NXT. Cruiserweight, they can't. WWE is big, but they also have a roster and a budget cost that they can't go over. They just can't go hiring people all fucking willy-nilly. That's why they do spring cleaning and everything like that. You're saying, hey, other wrestlers should come together and support Matt Hardy to get more money for himself, and because they won't let him use a gimmick that he did in TNA that's trademarked by TNA possibly, possibly we shouldn't go to work for TNA or make money besides the indie booking, and we should pray to Terry Funk that we get hired by the WWE and NXT. We should just stay small until, oh my God, thank you, Terry Funk. I'm working for it. Do you know how stupid that fucking sounds? Again, WWE fanboys live in their own delusion. Don't work for TNA. They didn't let me see the broken hearted gimmick in WWE, even though if they got the broken hearted gimmick, I don't know how they would implement it because I didn't watch the beginning of the Broken series, and it took a lot to get to where Broken Matt Hardy is. He just didn't come out broken. He had matches. He had storylines with Jeff. He had emotional pain told through matches and storylines that got him into the broken stuff that you see today or saw today. It's reckless thinking and selfish on the part. You're trying to defend WWE to getting this for what? So you can see it in the WWE setting, even though it was created in the TNA setting and it took place, like I said, over time. How? And then you're calling for wrestlers not to work for. And yes, JD, yes, this right. Your statement is gonna stop wrestlers from working for TNA. Look, let me be honest with you. If Anthem saying that, hey, if you work for us and you do independent bookings and we're gonna take 10% of that shit, if that then stop wrestlers from signing and continuing to sign, your stupid statement is not gonna stop them from signing. And then he says, let me just play it right here.
Where TNA could hire me, being that I do work with House of Glory, and I'm in a commentary position and I could be brought on as an interviewer or be given a job. Well, I wouldn't go to TNA. I would not go to TNA. I would much rather go to Ring of Honor.
So let me get this straight. And you are a ring announcer for House of Glory. House of Glory is a promotion. You're saying if TNA, the larger company, the company with the larger global expansion, higher TV ratings, higher TV broadband, the Anthem Fight Network thing, Pop TV, all that came to you and said, hey, we want to hire you as a person, blah, 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 blah. You would go to the smaller, I've been standing here my whole life. Well, I've been standing here with you, Ring of Honor, because Matt Hardy can't use the broken gimmick in WWE to make more money. You do know how stupid that sounds, right? And that's nothing against Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor has great stuff, but you basically said that because WWE didn't get what they wanted, I'm going to limit my success as a ring announcer. Okay, that's I'm pretty sure other wrestlers and ring announcers follow your same rhetoric. I'm pretty sure Impact hasn't signed any new talent because of what's happened between Matt Hardy using his broken gimmick or not being able to use his broken gimmick that he started in TNA in WWE. Even though if the shoe was on the other foot and a wrestler started a gimmick in WWE and they left, they would not be able to use that gimmick. But you would be crying, you would be making a video saying, man, goddamn Impact, why the fuck they want to try to use I'm trying to think of the guy that would Dean Ambrose. Oh man, why is TNA trying to get the rights to use the Dean Ambrose character? It's not like Dean Ambrose did make that character. I mean, it's kind of like him, but WWE, they own that character now because he was a former WWE guy. By the way, fuck Dean Ambrose, fucking TNA guy. has no talent. Oh, wait a minute. Ambrose signed back to WWE. World's greatest. The lunatic fringe. Oh my, he's back in TNA. Man, fuck that guy. Greasy haired son of a bitch. You know how stupid that sound right there? I'm devaluing, and you did this. You devalue wrestlers when they were in TNA, but when they go to WWE, oh my God, bow down, bow down. You want your character from TNA? I mean, they already copyrighted, but fuck it, TNA, you need to help WWE make more money, and also the other wrestler, even though they didn't. What? So stupid. And look, I'm not even really. I didn't even have like a clear pen paper. I'm debunking what you're saying, just off the top of my head. I guess if I had like a script and I just like wrote down a response to everything, and then I could do it better. But you're not even trying. You're blatantly putting out your WWE bias without any thought. You're not even trying to disguise it. So I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, you know what, Andre, I shouldn't, but I'm tricked. I am tricked by titles. I'm thinking, okay, JD, he's gonna have a unbiased opinion on the broken gimmick. Obviously somebody with common sense would say, hey, well, WWE does this too. They don't allow their superstars to use the gimmicks in other companies, or if they do, they have to change them dramatically. No, he has the idea of, well, they should use everything that they used in the other place, even though WWE, they copyright that stuff. TNA, you shouldn't copyright that. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. You should allow WWE to make more money. Why? I probably should have my camera on, but WWE, you should allow TNA, you should allow WWE to make more money. Shame on you. Shame on you for not helping the company that's your competition. Why are you at it? TNA, why don't you pass WWE a gun and have them shoot you? I mean, come on, man. Why would you let them shoot you? Yeah, that's good water. Well, I finished this bottle of water, so I think that's pretty much it. I can wrap it up. I mean, I've been ranting, raving. Charlie's Hangout right now has more views currently than you caught. Oh, yeah. So, I mean, am I supposed to cry over this shit? I mean, what the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? He has more. What? Am I supposed to give a fuck? You're here. People are so fucking stupid. He has more. He has more YouTube things on you. Okay, it's fucking YouTube. YouTube. I'm doing this shit for me, and obviously people are gonna watch it. They gravitate to. Okay, I'm supposed to give a fuck about what other people do. In a sense, like if you get more people in the screen, congratulations. You're talking to a guy that sometimes goes off of not making video for a whole fucking month. You're fucking stupid. How the again? It's another smart buster moron. I'm not even saying smart buster moron. Their fan base are complete morons. You don't have a lot of people in this live stream, even though you are gone for like almost a month, and you do random videos that don't really. You might do a food review, and then you might do something else that isn't cohesive, but you should have 5,000 screen. What the fuck? Also, shout out to Andre Corbill, LB. Yeah, Injustice too. I'm gonna tell you something. I suck at fighting games. I haven't played them in like over 5 years, and I play on the PC. I don't have a console because PC is the master race. So I don't know how the fighting game community is on PC, to tell you the truth. People like JD, OTRS are nothing but dirty writers. Facts be facts. Stop doing okay, so I can't use my human hands. I apparently on the internet it's illegal to, if you're black, and I'm sweating like a fucking pig around this bitch. Why? Oh yeah, because I've been doing this shit for like an hour. But it's illegal for me to wave my fucking. Is that annoying you? Is that annoying you that I'm using my fucking hands? I need to keep on doing that shit. No one can understand you, yet people here understand what I'm saying, and they type comments where you know you're stupid, right? You do know you're fucking stupid. You typed it, but somebody already you're fucking stupid. You're ugly and gay because you're judging other men on how they're handsome, which means you're judging my appearance sexually. Ironic. Very ironic. Very. And we have that right there with, but the smart buster guys aren't racist. Anyway. Preach on the end. I'm just about wrapping up this live stream shit. That's all. Alright. Let me see. Let's go. Your opinion is worthless. Yours is too. This. Wait, what kind of shit? Them new Dorito shits. No. They alright. I done ate them all. Have I? No. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Remember, homeboy about to wrap up or just wrap. The cat's about to attack him. Attack him. But I'll catch you guys later. And I guess that's pretty much it. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.